All right. Good morning, my inpatients. Hi, how are you all doing? How are things going with you? Hi, my inpatients. How art thou? How art thou, my inpatients? Hi, how are you, to quote Daniel Johnston? Now, I hope my inpatients will come filing in. I hope my inpatients will come filing in. Rusty says you need to do your part to bail Joanne Fabrics out of bankruptcy. Go buy some fabric or something. All right, Rusty. I don't know what that means. Kuya, how you doing, Kuya? Are you a woman? Let's see. Let's go to her. Let's go to her profile. Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe not a young. Are you? Are you? Take accountability, Kua says. Kua, how old are you? You appear to be a woman. Oh, it's a pretend woman. It's not really a woman. So I got the foot doctor today. Kua says he's 37 and he lives with his parents. He's that kind of guy. Yeah. You and me both, Kua. You and me both. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna bring the sneakers I typically wear. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know why he'd amputate, but who wants to see my toe? Check this out. I think it's getting worse. So I'll see what he recommends. He says the toe looks good. It looks like nail polish. It's a bruise though that the sneakers are doing. It's not goth nail polish. So he says maybe he'll recommend painting the rest of them black. That's a good idea. Rusty says, "Get mom to buy you a pair of Mizuno." Let's Google a Mizuno. Mizuno Superior Sporting Goods, men's shoes. I got New Balance at the moment. So it says Mizuno makes the best runners. All right, I'll put that in my email. Maybe I'll buy a pair of Mizuno. Attempt to buy running shoes. Take 10. Sleeve says she likes Brooks for running. Oh, come on! Why is my email freezing? Damn it! Okay, let's. Jesus fucking Christ. Mizuno. Okay. Brooks. I got to put this into my email. Mizuno and Brooks. Somebody says, you should really stream some video games. We want to watch you play WrestleMania 2000. All right. Yeah, fair enough. That might be fun. Somebody says, I'm running from the gay thoughts like the young Tom Cruise that he is. No, man, I think I like women. I don't think I'm running from gay thoughts. Maybe from my parents, but not from gay thoughts. I like the ladies, you know? Somebody wants the young Tom Cruise look. Okay, so sport, running. Come on. Men's shoes, wide. So I mean, I could try to get this Mizuno men's running shoe in 10.5. Somebody says, I like women that are of age, cisgendered, slim. They measured my feet, and they said I was a 10 at New Balance, but I need extra room for the bloated toe, so I'm going to get 10.5, I think. I'm gonna go to the art class today. Somebody says, get 10.5 and triple sock for the win. Somebody wants me to perform some songs. Should I set up a DSLR and do some songs for you guys? You want me to hook up the DSLR? TV says, just sing to us. Should I get into my underpants? Should I get into my underpants, guys? Okay. Getting into my underpants off camera because I don't want to give you a wardrobe malfunction. Okay. I have a co-worker who's a lunatic, who's a crazy person, and I hate him a lot. And I hate him a lot. I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person. I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person, 'cause his craziness pisses me off. 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 He doesn't work. He's nuts. He's schizoaffective. Why can't he behave normal? I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person. I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person, 'cause his craziness pisses me off. 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 Maybe I could slap some sense into him. Maybe I could slap the insanity out of his brain. Maybe I can make this guy less nuts. I'm gonna slap the shit out of my crazy coworker. I'm gonna slap the shit out of my crazy coworker. 'Cause his craziness pisses me off. 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 All right. What other song do you want to hear? La 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 la. Take accountability. Take accountability. Stop blaming my parents for my life having turned out this way. Stop blaming my parents for my life having turned out this way. Take accountability. Take accountability. All right, so guys, which songs do you want to hear? I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person. I'm gonna slap the shit out of the crazy person. La 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 la. Where do the sugar people go when it starts to rain and starts to snow? Feel like I'm losing control. Sugar people, sugar people. I am the sugar plum boy. I am the sugar plum boy. I am more than just a toy. I am the sugar plum boy. Oh no, here comes a thunderstorm. I better get inside before it starts to rain. Oh no, here comes the rain. Oh no, I'm made of sugar and I'm melting. No, 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 no. I'm dead in a pool of sugar. Where do the sugar people go when it starts to rain and starts to snow? Feel like I'm losing control. Sugar people. Anyone still here? No? All right, I put my clothes back on. Putting my clothes back on. All right. I'm gonna slap. All right. Where art thou? So I'm looking at this pair of Mizuno shoes that I'm thinking about getting in 10.5. It's black and silver. Let's bookmark this. I think I'm gonna get it today. And maybe this will work. It's a wide men's running shoe. I don't know. Attempt to buy a running shoe, take 3. Attempt to buy a running shoe, take 3. TB asks what I'm running from. I'm not really running all that hard. I'm just trying to stay skinny, just so I can look sexy in my underpants. You know, I'm trying to stay skinny so I can look sexy in my underpants. Believe me, some days I don't even feel like running. I'm like, I'm just trying to run for like 20 minutes to a half hour just to get my heart rate up so I look sexy in my underpants. And I think I'm succeeding. I look pretty good in my underpants. I look pretty good in my underpants. Cass Fupa asks, can you explain the banging on your walls that you mentioned? Yeah, when I refused to take the Lamictal, my mother and stepfather were banging on my walls like, take the Lamictal! They're behaving like lunatics. They would just, yes. It wasn't me who was banging on the walls. It was my mother and stepfather. No, it was not a. No, they really were. They really were. They really were behaving crazy. It really happened. No, I swear. My mother behaves like a provocative lunatic at times. She really does. If you don't get her way, if she doesn't get her way, she behaves like a provocative lunatic. I swear, my mother really was doing that. No, I swear to you guys, my mother was behaving like a lunatic, banging on my walls. She tries to incite you. She does narcissistic baiting. Trust me. Somebody says it runs in the family. Then I didn't get glass in my mom's eye. She's just dramatic. You know, she says so, but she's just very dramatic. I didn't throw it at her. I threw it at the ground. She says it exploded and it just no. It's not true. Yeah, I took the Lamictal last night. It's making me tired. Okay, maybe she did get glass in her eye. I don't know. Somebody says, why would your mother lie about getting glass in her eye? All right, fair enough. Maybe she did get glass in her eye. I definitely didn't throw it at her, though. Somebody says, has your mother got a glass eye, perhaps? Perhaps. right, guys. I got my foot appointment's at 11:15. Should I wait till after the foot appointment to purchase the Mizuno shoes, or just purchase them now, guys? What would you do? So she's obviously waiting until after the appointment. I don't bite my toenails. Somebody says I would stop biting your. I don't bite my toenails. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get that Mizuno shoe. I'm gonna wait till after the appointment. I'll see what he recommends. I'll bring the shoes I'm running in. I'll explain to him I do a lot of exercise, and we'll see how it goes. You know. I want to heal this toe. I want to heal this toe. So he says, wouldn't it make sense to stop running? No, that doesn't make any sense. I want to stay skinny. I know you're like, wouldn't it make sense? I'm not going to stop running. So he says, I think it might just be part of the lifestyle. Have you ever seen a ballerina's toes? No, I haven't. They get bruised a lot. You know, Patrick says Andrew does the thing that's contrary to what would help him out. No, I'm gonna keep running. I just need to find a pair of sneakers that don't bruise my toes. You know, why would I stop running? Oh, I went to the pros program yesterday. I don't know if I told you guys. It doesn't really make any sense how running can bruise your toes. I think it's my toe pushing into the top of my sneaker. So I went to the pros program yesterday. I talked with the lady there, and she recommended the SOAR program. So I'm going to read to you what. As a member of the SOAR program, it helps people with individuals with behavioral health needs to engage at their own pace. It's a supportive and welcoming environment. It's a learning environment. It's on the next step to your recovery journey and a place to learn and discover opportunities in a safe and supportive environment. It's a place to go when you feel alone, where you can give back to the community. You create a daily goal for yourself. Activities are facilitated to help you attain your goal. General topics are determined based on what you, the member, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, basically, I'm going to be going to the SOAR program at the pros program. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go on Monday and Wednesday, 10 to 1:30. Somebody says the SOAR program sounds good. Maybe I'll meet some friends. Maybe I'll get some job placement. I help people help with that. I think it's going to be a good thing. Patrick says, stick with it. Don't go once and determine everyone is too low functioning. Go and make it happen. All right, fair enough. I will. I'll make it happen, Patrick. You got to make it happen. Don't have the I'm too good for this place attitude. Instead, make it happen. Cass says he's optimistic. I'll stick to it. Thank you. Thank you for being optimistic. Take accountability and make it happen. Somebody says, go in there as Chipper Andrew. Go in there with a good attitude. Patrick, I know you're pessimistic. He says, sticking to something isn't my strong suit. That's why he's pessimistic. Cass wants to know, is it true that your mom did your university assignments for you? Yes and no. I mean, obviously, I had to go there. I had to take the tests. I had to, do a lot of the work. But she helped a lot with my college. Obviously, I still had to go there, take the tests, and do it. But she helped me with my college significantly sometimes, and even studied with me. But ultimately, it was me who had to take the tests and go to class, and So he says, as a like my papers and stuff. I mean, a lot of it I did. She helped a lot. Percentage wise, I don't know. She helped a lot, but a lot of it I did too. Somebody says, it is nice she helped. Yes. Somebody asks, when did my relationship with my mother take a turn? I would say probably about 2016, when my stepfather got disabled from work and was home all day long with me and my mother and stepfather, and we were just home all day long. They were always yelling, fighting, screaming. I would say probably about 2015, 2016 is when our relationship took a turn. The home environment was like a powder keg in those years. And no, it wasn't that my mom couldn't give me attention. It was that I really needed to do something. And, they were irritable, I was irritable, and we were home all day long. It was just, it had nothing to do with attention, Patrick. It was more just it was a powder keg. Everybody was just irritable and like grew to resent one another. I needed a romantic relationship and friendships and financial independence, and everybody just grew to resent one another, basically. Right or wrong, that's what happened. It became like hostile dependency. It became like codependency, and they blamed me for being the bane of their existence. I blamed them for being the bane of my existence, and you know. Somebody says, I love being obstinate. If I know I need to get independent and live life, why haven't I done those things? Well, to be honest, some of it is anxiety and agoraphobia. I know that's just an excuse. I mean, it is a legitimate excuse. Somebody says schizophrenia causes damage to the peripheral cortex, which impacts things as working memory and executive functioning, and it gets worse over time. And somebody says Andrew has a fear of change too. And obviously, I have the delusion about social media that it's a ticket to riches and fame. And I was afraid of socialization. I was afraid of the real world. I was afraid of human interaction. I was afraid of getting assaulted by criminals. So I just sat at home posting on social media, hoping to get rich and famous from social media, pouring my life down the drain. I don't get any women. I feel like I've been involuntarily celibate for my whole life. Could I get some if I moved out? I need to get independent because right now no women seem to want me, Patrick says his cycling on and off meds hasn't helped him, but he's been given every chance to start those things and ultimately has refused and refuses to do things that will help. 80% of people with schizophrenia are unemployed, not because of delusional beliefs, but because they literally can't remember instructions someone told them 5 minutes earlier. Some TB, thank you, TB, for coming to my defense. He says, I don't know, Andrew's on the Lamictal now, so we got to give him some props for that. Somebody says you could find a woman who likes immature dudes as, I don't know, as a buddy, Patrick says, I give him props for the Lamictal, but he's been fighting it tooth and nail to stop taking it. Somebody says, Andrew doesn't want like a romantic buddy. He wants a girlfriend. Well, I mean, I want intimacy, period. But ultimately, I want a girlfriend, not just a romantic buddy. I want true love. Just getting any girl or woman is what I'm. Some they basically said, I bet he just settled for some pussy. Basically, I'm looking for anything, like any romance, but as long as they're of age, cisgendered, non-biologically related, consenting, and so on. I'm looking for any woman, but Patrick says a woman won't fix your problems. You need to work on yourself first. Somebody says Andrew is reluctant to take the meds because of angoscenia, essentially meaning lack of insight or unawareness of the disease, where a person is unable to recognize their own mental health condition. Somebody says Cass is very clever. All these big words. La 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 la. Somebody says if Andrew is getting laid, he might feel more confident enough to do more things. Somebody says Andrew is reluctant due to pudding head syndrome. Somebody asked, that's why I asked if he's autistic. He's got the blinders. Ah. Somebody says Dr. Garrett thought I wasn't autistic, but Dr. Garrett was brilliant, but a little too kooky. Yeah, let's see if I can find Dr. Garrett's, let's see if I can find Dr. Garrett's, autistic email. Yeah, he said, I'm not autistic. It doesn't really matter what he said. He basically simply said, I'm not autistic. Somebody says, I feel like Dr. Garrett would be a good name for some potato chips. Dr. Garrett's hot tamale chips. Yeah, maybe. Somebody says, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, James? Patrick says, everybody has a touch of autism in their own way. I don't know if that's true or not. I think people with autism would find that offensive. You know. So he says, I love trains and baseball, so I'm basically autistic. I asked Dr. Copland if I could be autistic. He said, if you are slightly on the spectrum, it's not significant. You might maybe this slight autism, but it's not significant. If that was his take. He sees the diagnosis as being more schizoaffective. Cass says, did you know Deborah is now self-diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder or multiple personalities? All right, guys. I think I'm going to get going. Any last questions for me, guys? Any last questions? I got the foot doctor today. I'll see what he says. Any last questions? So he says, maybe walk on your hands until your toe heals. So he says, let me know how the toe amputation goes. Somebody says, paint your other toenails black before you go in there and see what he says. Cass says, have fun at the toe doctor. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, peace out, my inpatients. I'll talk to you all again soon. Adios, amigos and amigas.